Hello everyone! Whether you are just deciding to buy your first e-mountain bike or you're already cruising on one, today's video is tailored just for you. Today we're going to be going through the pros and cons of riding an e-mountain bike from beginner up to seasoned trail veteran. Picture this. Riding daunting trails, reaching new summits and venturing to places you'd never thought possible. You know, on e-mountain bikes, you can go well over 50 kilometers and go in a time frame that really isn't going to piss off your other half. And not only that, you'll have enough energy to go and do it again the next day. It creates a huge sense of freedom. You know, being able to point at a hill way over there and thinking, hey, why not? Without the fear of, you know, nightfall coming too soon. Now, talking about fitness and cardio, something I've noticed over my time riding e-mountain bikes with my Garmin heart rate monitor and a head unit is something quite intriguing. Your heart rate remains a lot more steady. No more heart rate spikes, just a consistent workout, a smooth and sustained effort. This steady heart rate over a much longer time will really help improve your cardio fitness. Having the consistency of motion without doing too much stopping and starting, along with not having to do any grueling push-ups, will keep your cardiovascular fitness really ticking over. Just riding more often. Now, think about it. You finish work, you've got an hour, but an hour on an e-mountain bike isn't just an hour. It's countless laps of your favorite trail, being able to session them and squeeze in those extra miles during the week. And you know, undeniably, you're going to get skill improvements from just being able to ride and see those descents and climbs way more often during your riding career. I mean, it's simple. The more you ride, the more you'll improve, and you'll still be getting that big weekend spin in, but now you're just getting weekly boosters. Win, win, win. Now, e-mountain bikes really foster inclusivity. You know, riders of all abilities can ride together, creating bonds, sharing experiences. It's not about who's the fastest. It's about enjoying the ride together, and that really is something truly special. Really level the playing field, to be honest. You know, when it comes to weight, age, strength, and even height, it means that people can ride together. You know, I talk about it when I'm riding with my family. If I'm towing my little one, I can put a little bit of extra power on. My other half, she can dial it back a little bit. It means we're all riding at the same ability. Or, for example, if you have a bigger family, then arguably you're all going to be able to climb at very similar speed, regardless of your strength or your age. So for me, it just means that everyone's still riding together, being a team, being a family. It's undeniable that electric bike tech is at the forefront of mountain biking and the bike world in general. You know, it's being able to drive loads of new technology through the industry. We've seen new forks that are aimed at e-mountain bikes. We've seen new drive chain technology like SRAM and Shimano's new auto shift and coast shift and free shift functions, and even down to e-mountain bike tires like the Pirelli Scorpion eMTBs. The latest features of the new SRAM powertrain and Shimano EP600 and EP801 motors unlock the ability for pedal assistance and drive chains to work in synchronicity, giving the ability to automatically shift using torque sensors and cadence to put your e-mountain bike into the optimum gear. Not only that, having free shift or coast shift adds the extra of being able to manual shift whilst the cranks are stationary, using the motor's power to spin the chainring just enough to shift gear. A game changer when ripping through mixed terrain, being able to look ahead and set yourself up enough through the roughest sections. The cost, you know, let's address the elephant in the room. E-mountain bikes aren't cheap, but mountain bikes aren't cheap for that matter at all. Now, they are a significant investment into your riding experience, but remember, the experiences they provide are invaluable. The cost of bikes has risen, but so has the technology involved. The cost of e-mountain bikes are essentially the added extra of motors, batteries, chargers, apps, remotes, and displays. That's a lot of tech to add, and a whole load more riding unlocked with that. I can see a trend in recent months. As the popularity continues and more e-mountain bikes are available, the prices are starting to go down. I mean, look at the new Vitus e-Mythique VR. It's currently £2,299 on chain reaction cycles. We'd really like to see more of these bikes, adding more accessibility to the sport of eMTB. Potentially less exercise. E-mountain bikes do offer a pedal assistance motor, obviously, and in theory, you could do less of a workout on an e-mountain bike than, say, on a traditional mountain bike, but that's only if you choose to do so. And when I say if you choose to do so, I mean you could go do the same loop you do on your regular mountain bike in a third of the time in boost, thus removing the element of pushing you out of your comfort zone, not really raising your heart rate, and not using the core of your muscles. But who's going to do that? The phrases like it's cheating or it's an old man's game have slandered the name. And in theory, you could possibly do a normal ride with so much less effort. But I'm really yet to find anyone who fits the bill. Even if you could, I don't think you would. Heavier e-mountain bikes can be a bit challenging to control in certain circumstances. However, with practice and familiarization, you'll master the art of handling these machines. And in fact, it can aid your ride experience massively. The added weight is just a readjustment to be made. It's just like getting on a new bike or remember riding those old DH rigs. Technique is key. There is an element to trusting in your components and setup. With all the amazing tech out there, the control of your e-mountain bike can be honed in with well set up suspension, a great set of brakes, some e-mountain bike tires, and you'll find that in turn it can be a massive benefit. With all these new motors and components, there have been some huge leaps in what's possible on the e-mountain bike. And no matter e-mountain bike or mountain bike, there will always be problems that occur. What's great to say is that we are definitely at the peak of reliability in terms of lifespan on e-mountain biking. There's always some room to improve, and we're seeing those jumps quite often now. It's only going to get better in time, but compared to, say, the first generation systems from most brands we use today, we're leagues ahead in terms of reliability. In the ever-evolving world of e-mountain bikes, the advantages far outweigh the drawbacks. These bikes enable us to explore, connect, and elevate our riding experience like you've never had before. So whether you're embarking on your first e-mountain biking venture or a seasoned rider, embrace the journey, enjoy the trails, and keep that sense of humour alive along the way.